Welcome to Bison Information Network News. I'm Lydia Crockle.
And I'm Heather Viker. A woman from Moorhead has been arrested for kidnapping her own children and violating a custody order. Izetta Cooley reportedly took 2 of her kids from a foster home in Rose Creek, Minnesota, despite a court order forbidding her from having contact with them. Cooley's 5 children all went missing on September 29th, and all but 1 have been located by local authorities so far. Cooley's husband, Miguel Sr., was arrested and charged with murder 5 days prior to the kidnapping for a drive-by shooting outside the Main Avenue McDonald's in Fargo.
A routine fire drill at Dilworth Elementary ended with a call to police on Monday. Authorities were called to the school just after the drill when students said they saw a neighboring woman holding a gun on her doorway. Dilworth police have since investigated the complaint, confirming what students saw. As of today, there have not been any charges formally filed. As a result of the incident, Dilworth has made changes to its evacuation procedures. In other local news, the trial of William Hain on the charge of conspiring to commit murder of Savannah LaFontaine Graywind came to a conclusion Friday when the jury declared him not guilty. The trial lasted almost 2 weeks in total and saw almost 24 witnesses take the stand. Hain will still face sentencing at a later date on the charges of conspiring to commit kidnapping and lying to police in connection to the LaFontaine Graywind's death, which he pled guilty to before the trial began.
And now we'll take you to Jay for our weekend weather update. Jay?
Thank you, Heather. Today saw a lot of rain coming in and out of the Fargo-Moorhead, and that will continue on through next week. But first, let's take a look at the Thursday forecast for tomorrow. We'll see the cool temperatures continue with a high of 48 and a low of 36. Precipitation sitting at about 20% chance for tomorrow. Humidity at 55 degrees and wind at 8 miles per hour. And we'll see more of the same on Friday, except with a higher chance of precipitation sitting at 30%, 44 degrees for the high, 33 degrees for the low, and humidity being all the way up at 86% for tomorrow, so it's going to be a bit of a humid day despite the cooler temperatures. And taking a look at the 7-day forecast, we will see a lot of rain over the next week, excuse me. But Saturday and Sunday will be partly cloudy, but then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we will see a lot of rain in the next coming week, as Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday all have a very high chance for rain. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jay. Coming up, how local police are cracking down on gang activity.
And how a road closure will impact students tomorrow morning after the break.
Conveniently located across the street from NDSU's campus, Herd and Horns is the place to go, whether you're looking for a fantastic meal or just a quick bite to eat.
Hi, welcome to Herd and Horns. Are you from the drink right away?
Staff and excellent service, it's a restaurant for all ages. Herd and Horns, your home for great food and Bison sports. Welcome to Bison Block. If you are an NDSU student, you know it well. It's located right across the street from campus. How would you like to live in the same building as Starbucks, Jimmy John's, and Herd and Horns? Bison Block offers high-quality apartments at a very affordable price. For more information, go to our website at bisonblockfargo.com to apply today.
Federal officials made a point of cracking down on violent crime and gang activity in the Fargo-Moorhead area, arresting 41 individuals in the region in the past month. According to the U.S. Marshals Service, Officers seized 1 gun, 2 stolen vehicles, 149 grams of illegal drugs, and almost $9,000 of illicit funds during the crackdown, which has been labeled Operation Damage Control. This is the 3rd year in which this type of federal operation has taken place in the Fargo-Moorhead area.
NDSU students received an alert from the university's IT help desk on Monday regarding a series of spam phone calls having been received on campus. The report stated that people had reported instances of spam phone calls that were either shown as Veterans Affairs on caller ID or came from the number 202-495-5868, and when answered were in a foreign language. The help desk suggests that you should let the call go to voicemail or hang up immediately if you receive one of these calls. If you have any questions regarding these calls, you can contact the NDSU IT help desk at 701-231-8685.
If you're traveling through campus tomorrow morning, expect some detours. Both lanes of 15th Avenue North from Albrecht Boulevard intersection to the first entrance of the HR lot will be closed. Construction will take place between 8 a.m. and noon. The temporary road closure will take place in order to lift and place a large chiller unit using an overhead crane. Walking and biking in the area is discouraged.
Millions from Phoenix to Salt Lake City are at risk of flooding from Hurricane Rosa.
After the break, NDSU gets a visit from a local author.
And how FAFSA is making it easier to apply on the go when we come back.
The TLMC offers a variety of services for NDSU students and instructors. Class project support is one of the key ways in which the TLMC serves faculty. Technology-intensive projects can provide students with an opportunity for creative expression, enhanced communication, and the development of digital media literacy skills that will benefit them in class, college, and beyond. We realize that there are obstacles and challenges to assigning technology-rich projects, and the TLMC is here to help by serving as a bridge between instructors, students, and the technology. We can help with project planning, identifying student learning and support needs, and developing, coordinating, and delivering project-specific support. Our services include hands-on workshops for your students, scheduled during or outside of class time. Individual and group assistance is always available for students on a walk-in basis at the TLMC lab. With access to a variety of multimedia software and hardware, students can store and work on their audio-video projects over time. Workstations may be reserved or used on a walk-in basis. Other learning resources include project-specific learning links on the TLMC website, our Learning Resource Library, and a lynda.com learning kiosk. The TLMC Media Studio features space and equipment for video recording, studio photography, audio recording, and screen capture. Students, faculty, and staff can make appointments to use the studio and to get help in producing, editing, and publishing their media works. Additional studio resources are also available at Berry Hall. Please contact us if you would like to take a tour of our facilities or visit with us about a project that you have in mind.
NDSU has hundreds of student organizations and clubs that you can choose to join. The Gaming Guild is a club that meets twice a week to hang out and play games like Dungeons & Dragons. Bison Information Network reporter Noah Zimmer has more.
The Gaming Guild is a relaxed social club where everyone gets together to play board games and games closely related. Located in room 130 of the Glen Hill Center, the Gaming Guild proves to be a retreat from school.
De-stressors from homework is one of the main reasons why most of our members come. Aside from that, it's a really great environment to meet new people, meet a lot of friends, especially for us. We're just a bunch of nerds, so meet a bunch of other nerds to play games with.
Special events are also planned out for the members throughout the year.
We also have a special Halloween event every year where it's a more spooky themed. We play a lot more horror style games. Generally, any kind of big events that we can kind of think of, we'll schedule and plan.
The club meets every Tuesday in the Union for board game night, and then every Saturday for Dungeons & Dragons. Walk-ins are welcome to every meeting.
More information about the club is posted online. Visit myndsU.edu to learn more about the Gaming Guild as well as any upcoming events.
A local author is making waves as she releases her new book, Kindness is Courageous. Nicole J. Phillips is a columnist for the Forum and writes about kindness and its effect it has on people. Her first book, Kindness is Contagious, received so much positive feedback that she decided to write a sequel. Her new book includes an additional 100 stories of kindness sent in by members of the community and people across the country.
Like a diet plan or a budget plan, and it feels like something else we have to add into our lives, something else that's going to take away from our time or our money or talents. And you know, I always tell people that kindness isn't about other people. Kindness is about them. The life you transform with kindness is your own.
Her book tour concluded today, but you can still buy her new book, Kindness is Courageous, and the first edition on Amazon. In regional sports news, Paul Molitor's time as Minnesota Twins manager has officially come to an end. Molitor, who was born and raised in St. Paul, Minnesota, was named the 2017 American League Manager of the Year after the surprise season that saw the Twins make the playoffs as a wild card team. However, the 2018 season saw a reversal of fortunes as the team ended up with a record of 78 wins and 84 losses, missing the playoffs. Molitor will potentially return to the team in a different capacity next season, as he is still due $3.5 million from his existing contract. After the break, Eric will have our sports update.
What do you have for us, Eric?
We're going to take a look at that big NDSU-SDSU game as well as previewing their upcoming game. And we'll even take a look at the MLB playoffs. That and more when we come back.
Conveniently located across the street from NDSU's campus, Herd and Horns is the place to go whether you're looking for a fantastic meal or just a quick bite to eat.
Hi, welcome to Herd and Horns. Are you from the Cradle?
With friendly staff and excellent service, it's a restaurant for all ages. Herd and Horns, your home for great food and Bison sports. Welcome to Bison Block. If you are an NDSU student, you know it well. It's located right across the street from campus. How would you like to live in the same building as Starbucks, Jimmy John's, and Herd and Horns? Bison Block offers high-quality apartments at a very affordable price. For more information, go to our website at bisonblockfargo.com to apply today.
South Dakota State has held the Dakota marker for 2 years in a row. North Dakota State would look to reclaim that marker as they welcome their rivals to the Fargo Dome. This was the first time these two teams met up to open Missouri Valley play. As you see the team getting ready to running out of the tunnel, and there you see the Dakota marker, the trophy that the two teams play for. Pick it up right away in the first quarter. Taryn Christian hits Cade Wallace for a 3-yard touchdown pass. The Jacks would take an early 7-0 lead. On their ensuing possession, Christian drops back to pass. He thinks he has a wide open wide receiver, but Jalen Allison baits him, and he gets the pick. He's got blockers in front of him. Marquise Bridges is out there, and he's avoiding defenders and finally gets taken down from behind. He's pumped up. The Bison would take that ball and lead to this. Easton Stick, after a Darius Shepard wiped out touchdown, takes the ball and is scrambling for He scrambles for what was a 22-yard gain, but he probably ran for about 50 yards on that play. The Bison are still down 7-0. However, a little later in this drive, Stick fakes the handoff to Bruce Anderson and hits Ben Elfson wide open, the pride of Holly, Minnesota, for a touchdown. The Bison would tie the game at 7. Later on in the second quarter, Easton Stick drops back to pass yet again, fakes another handoff to Bruce Anderson, and hits Darius Shepard, who then puts in a foot race to the pylon as he's able to outrun the Jackrabbit defender. The Bison would go up 14-7, but Chase Vinatieri, would go on to kick a field goal to be 14-10 at the half. Later on in the third quarter, Isaac Wallace, 61-yard touchdown run. As you see there, he avoids Robbie Grimsley's arm tackle as the Jackrabbits regain the lead 17-14. Easton Stick later on in the fourth quarter, though, however, he rumbles it in for a 5-yard touchdown run, a big right arm pump. NDSU coaches are probably saying, be careful with that right arm, Easton, we need you. And then you see the players coming running after the marker, the first time they get it back in 2 years. And head coach Chris Kleiman said in his press conference that this is for the guys like Chase Morlock.
Win the Missouri Valley, and this is the first step. And it's obviously a really good opponent, someone that's going to win a lot of football games down the road and in the conference. And so you got to win at home in the Valley. We're fortunate to do that, and we're ready to move on.
Proud of the guys for showing the resolve that they did. We didn't have a great third quarter, give them credit. They did some really nice things. And then the fourth quarter, we did some really good things in the fourth to be able to make enough plays to be successful. So hats off to those guys. They're a great team, and it's just one.
The Bison Easton Stick was able to finish 9 of 20 for 182 yards and 3 total touchdowns. Darius Shepard was the star of the show there, 5 receptions, 118 yards, and a touchdown. And for the first time all season, the Bison are hitting the road. They will be traveling to Cedar Falls, Iowa, to take on the Panthers of Northern Iowa. The Bison come into the game averaging 448 yards, while the Panthers are giving up 348 yards. Head coach Chris Kleiman knows that this will be a difficult game going into a hostile environment.
Our communication was not very good, especially on the defensive side in the first half. They came out in a number of different looks that we have to be able to adjust to, and I don't think we did a great job of communicating what those adjustments were.
NDSU women's volleyball took on Denver last week at home. However, NDSU was unable to win, losing in 4 sets. Denver took the first 2 sets in convincing fashion with scores of 25-21 and 25-17. In the third set, the Bison were able to secure a victory in the third set with a 29-27 victory. However, the Pioneers were able to shut down the Bison rally and went on to win the fourth set 25-17. Allie Mouch finished with 9 kills and 2 assists, while Alexis Bachmeyer finished with 7 kills and 7 digs. On the Denver side of things, Becca Latham finished with a game-high 16 kills. The Bison will now travel to Macomb to face Western Illinois this Friday night, with first serve scheduled for 7 p.m. North Dakota State is putting its 2-game win streak on the line this Thursday night. They are welcoming the preseason favorite Denver Pioneers to Dakota Field this Thursday. Both of these teams are currently 2-0 in Summit League play, and the winner of this game will be tied for first place with the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. Pioneers are coming into this matchup giving up less than a goal a game, while the Bison are allowing 1.5 goals a game. The Pioneers are currently leading the all-time series 5-1-1. In the last matchup, the Pioneers defeated the Bison to clinch the automatic berth into the national tournament. The MLB postseason has officially arrived, and we have had some great baseball so far, beginning with the wild card games. The American League wild card game is tonight, featuring the Oakland Athletics and the New York Yankees. The game is at 7 p.m. on TBS. The winner takes on the Boston Red Sox in the divisional round, while the Cleveland Indians and the Houston Astros will be the other divisional game. In the National League, the Rockies and the Cubs played their wild card game this past Tuesday in Chicago, and it was a long one, 5 hours, featuring 13 innings, and it featured 2 dominating performances by John Lester and Kyle Freeland. The 2 starters combined for 16 strikeouts, and the Rockies eventually won the game 2-1. The Rockies will now travel to Milwaukee to take on the Brewers on Thursday at 4:07 p.m., followed by the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves. And if you guys want to catch more of MLB playoff talk or even NDSU football talk, you can go to our YouTube page, check out X's and O's, featuring myself and Jay Lenander. where we do it live from Herd Horns every Tuesday night.
Thanks, Eric. Stay with us after the break for this week's Bison on the Street.
The TLMC offers a variety of services for NDSU students and instructors. Class project support is one of the key ways in which the TLMC serves faculty. Technology-intensive projects can provide students with an opportunity for creative expression, enhanced communication, and the development of digital media literacy skills that will benefit them in class, college, and beyond. We realize that there are obstacles and challenges to assigning technology-rich projects, and the TLMC is here to help by serving as a bridge between instructors, students, and the technology. We can help with project planning, identifying student learning and support needs, and developing, coordinating, and delivering project-specific support. Our services include hands-on workshops for your students, scheduled during or outside of class time. Individual and group assistance is always available for students on a walk-in basis at the TLMC lab.
The fall season comes with a variety of trends. Not only is pumpkin spice on the brain this time of year, but also a variety of pies.
Bison Information Network reporter Isaac Dienison asked NDSU students whether they were fans of apple or pumpkin pie in this week's Bison on the Street.
I am team pumpkin pie, hands down. My dad bakes pies, and his pumpkin pie is way better than his apple pie.
I do not like either pies, strictly banana cream pie.
I would say team apple pie because it can go with either whipped cream or ice cream.
Apple pie because, well, it's a really hard question. I like pumpkin and apple. I can't really choose.
Ooh, definitely team apple pie. I just hate the feeling of pumpkins, especially when you carve them, reach your hand in there and take all that stuff out. It's so gross. So I'm gonna stick with apple on that one.
Apple pie all the way, just because I like fruit, and fruit chunks are pretty great in pie. So that's my entire reasoning behind that.
Thank you for watching this edition of Bison Information Network News.
Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
And catch us back here on Monday night at 6 p.m.
Have a great night, everyone.